I'm predicting good things for this one. What up guys, and welcome back to the channel. It's review time again, and we've been waiting to review this shoe for a long time. I tried the shoe on about 5 or 6 months ago and it felt awesome, so I've been dying to get hold of a pair to try it. Finally we're reviewing the Salomon Predict RA, a brand new road shoe from Salomon, and a pretty exciting road shoe at that. I've been running it for a few weeks now. We've put about 50 to 60 miles into the shoe, so we thought it was time for a review. First things first guys, let's talk about the spec of the shoe. So the Salomon Predict RA in a man's shoe comes in at 260 grams and in a woman's at 220. So a pretty light shoe in today's running shoe market. The Predict RA runs with an 8mm heel offset, so 25mm on the heel and 17mm on the forefoot. So about average heel height when you compare it to a lot of other shoes on the market. The Predict RA from Salomon is crammed full of new tech, so let's go into a bit more detail. First things first, the midsole is a new compound from Salomon called Energy Cell Plus. It's all about longevity, it's all about rebound property, so it's all about giving that energy back to the runner and giving that energy back for a long time, so getting lots of miles out of that shoe and lots of miles out of that cushioning. In all the excitement of getting a pair of these to review, I forgot to tell you the price. Or did I forget to tell you the price because it's quite expensive? So RRP of this shoe is gonna be £140, which is quite a lot of money in today's shoe market. You know, the tech in this midsole, it really excites me. Not only the Energy Cell Plus rubber that's been used on the midsole, but it's this decoupling that they've used in the midsole that's pretty exciting too. So we've got 10 different segments and they're joined up with these flex grooves in the midsole. The clever bit is that these grooves on the outside have been mirrored on the inside of the shoe as well. So if you lift up the insole in the shoe, you can see these lines replicated on the top. So what this provides is a very flexible shoe, and it works really well with the foot in a natural motion as you go through them running phases. You know, it's so good to see these advances in technology when it comes to running shoes. And Salomon have always been at the forefront of shoe development, and it's awesome to see them putting some of this technology advancement into a road shoe now and getting the most out of that road shoe. The Predict RA also carries the wet traction Contour-Grip rubber outsole, which I have to say I've run it on dry and on wet conditions, and it does feel really tacky, really sticky, especially when it's wet. Turning sharp corners when you're moving at speed, you feel really connected to the ground under your foot and you feel really confident in the grip of the shoe. So as you can see, lots of innovations in this midsole from Salomon, but the innovations don't stop there. The upper is pretty exciting too. So we've got this new single layered mesh upper, so really lightweight and super breathable. Also in the upper, we've got this quite unusual looking soft molded heel collar. So it comes up quite high, very soft, really hugs onto that heel, holds that heel in place and feels super comfy when you've got the shoe on. The lacing system's pretty cool as well. So what Salomon have done is they've cut these grooves in the shoe, which is designed to give you a nice specific midfold hit, midfold foot mold. It gives you a nice specific midfoot hold, but as you're going through that foot cycle, you don't get any sort of puckering up of fabric or bunching up of fabric in the uppers. So again, Salomon have put a lot of thought into this shoe when it comes to the upper and the midsole. Lots of innovations. We like that, Salomon, well done. So that's the shoe guys, that's a bit of information. That's a bit of information about the new tech in the shoe. Let's give this shoe a review and let's get some points on the board. So first point we always address when we review a shoe at Run4Adventure is price. Like I said before, the shoe retails at £140, which I would say is quite steep in today's shoe market. What I will say, just to justify that a bit maybe, is there's a lot of new innovation in this shoe. There clearly has been a lot of development gone into it to come up with all these new innovations with the midsole, with the upper. So yes, it's £140, but you can see where that money's been spent to a degree. It's still a lot of money for a running shoe, I understand that. And I personally would have liked to see the shoe around that sort of 125 price point. But obviously it's £140. There's a lot of innovation gone into it, but we still feel that's quite high when it comes to costs. So at Run4Adventure, we're going to give it 7 out of 10 when it comes to price. Number 2, when it comes to putting points on the board, is comfort and performance. And where do I start with the Predict RA on comfort and performance? This shoe has just felt wicked straight out of the box. I took it out, put it on my foot. All I wanted to do is go running in this shoe. It felt like it had been made for my foot shape, fitted like a glove, super comfy. It really reminded me of an old shoe back in the day. The first trail shoe, the first proper trail shoe that I ever had was the Salomon S-Lab Ultra. And this shoe really reminded me of that fit that I got from that shoe. Oh, sorry, I just drifted away there. Yeah, this shoe really reminded me of the way that shoe felt. And to be honest, the S-Lab Ultra was probably the best shoe I've ever had, and this came really close to that. So clearly loving the feel of the shoe and the way it feels on the foot. Performance wise, again, really impressive. From the first mile I ran in it, the shoe felt responsible, comfortable. I haven't had any hot spots. Like I said, I've done 50 to 60 miles in it. So again, I'm obviously going to be putting a lot more mileage through this shoe, but that kind of mileage gives you a really good understanding of how this shoe is going to perform. And what I've liked best is every time I've run in it, it's felt better each time. So the last run in it was about 8 to 9 miles. It felt really comfortable, like it had started to adapt and mold to my foot shape. So comfort and performance is gonna score super high. I can't really give 10 out of 10, and I probably never will give 10 out of 10 to a shoe, but this comes so close to getting that type of score. So a Run4Adventure, comfort and performance for the Salomon Predict RA, we're going to give it a super strong 9 out of 10. Next up is durability. The way I look at this shoe is, for £140, it better hold up really well. I want to get lots and lots of comfortable, enjoyable mileage out of this shoe for £140. And what I can say is, I've done 60 miles in it and it is untouched. The upper looks like I haven't done a step in it. The outsole material, nowhere whatsoever. It is holding up really good. I understand that 60 miles, it's not a great deal of mileage in a shoe, but if a shoe's not going to hold up particularly well, you tend to start to see the telltale signs of that early on. So we're going to put some nice little close-ups now so you can see how the shoe looks, but it's holding up super good. 60 miles in the shoe, looks like I've just taken it out of the box. So I think it's going to be a good shoe for a lot of good long mileage, and you're going to get a lot of wear and tear out of this shoe. So again, coming in high on scoring, we're going to give this another solid 9 out of 10 for durability. Number 4 on the review is looks. I always tell people in store, don't pick your shoes on looks, but we're going to give the Predict RA a score for looks. We feel it's quite an understated colourway. I quite like the way it fades grey into black. I still think it would look nice in maybe a brighter colourway, so hopefully we'll see some brighter colourways in the future. But it's not an ugly shoe, we've definitely seen worse, so we're going to score the Predict RA 8 out of 10 for looks. So as you can probably tell, we've really enjoyed our experience when it comes to the new Salomon Predict RA. It's been a really comfy shoe. It's been a shoe that has improved with every run. It fits my foot like a glove. It honestly feels like it's been made for my foot shape. So, really positive when it comes to the overall experience in the shoe. So we've scored it highly. It's another positive shoe that we've reviewed on the channel. So tallying up all them points, we're going to give the Salomon Predict RA a really strong 33 out of 40. So that is the review done, guys. Time for a quick conclusion on the shoe. I personally feel that the Predict RA is definitely the best attempt at a road shoe Salomon have done to date. You know, I've tried a few of their previous road shoes. They don't come close to this on fit, feel or comfort on the road. So definitely their best effort to date. If you're a neutral road runner and you're looking for a nice, stable, neutral, lightweight, responsive, comfortable training shoe, the Predict RA is definitely worth a look, guys. You know, I realise that shoe choice is super subjective. I understand we're all different foot shapes and we're all looking for different things in a shoe. But what I will say is the shoe's launched early next year in the UK. If you've got the opportunity to get your foot in this shoe, I couldn't recommend it highly enough. Give it a try, see how it feels. That's a wrap, guys. We really hope you liked the review. If you did, please hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel so you can follow future content on the channel. Also, any comments, please leave them below. There'll also be a link in the description, so if you want to find out any more about the Predict RA or Salomon as a brand, please click that link and take a look. We've got some wicked content planned for 2018, guys, so stay tuned to check that out. And also, it's Christmas time. Have a good Christmas. Because it's Christmas, we've got a bit of a prize giveaway. So Salomon have been super generous and they've sent us down one of their super cool chili Salomon bottles to give away. So how do you win this bottle, guys? All you've got to do, get your comments below. So comment about the shoe, comment about the review, any questions, leave them below. And what we're going to do is we're going to pick a comment at random beginning of Feb 2019, and this bottle will be coming your way, guys. So get commenting and hopefully you'll win this super cool Salomon bottle. Like we always say on Run4Adventure, stay safe, keep on running, but this time, have a great Christmas.
We wish you a Merry Christmas.